my camp. I am the commanding officer in it. Make yourself at home. Help yourselves. It's a little stale, but my estimates put these oats at around 2,000 years old, so a little stale is pretty good. Caveat emptor. And Kaya allows you into this little camp. And as the fire illuminates this tiny stone room, it is pretty clearly a warehouse. It is filled with these urns, very similar to the ones that you put that man in. But you can see that one of them is opened by the fire, and there are oats in it. Dried oats, and this is what's being mixed up with some water from canteens and fried on a little pan. And actually, the oat in the pan is starting to singe slightly because the person tending it is still buried in Najma's arms. Oh. After more than 24 hours without food, the smell is fucking amazing. Scipio begins to trace the perimeter of this little room with small objects in her hands tapping on walls. Lilith won't let go of Najma, and the other figure by the fire hasn't moved. Peeping from the heavy brown sackcloth cloak is the face of an elderly man who looks to be asleep, just sitting up at the fire. Hawa tentatively heads towards the cakes, but is cowed when Arn snarls and limps off to the far corner of this tiny warehouse, prowling. In this crowded, ancient storeroom in a dark, dark pit underground, madness on the surface, there is a moment of surprising peace and coziness. What do you do?
MacGowan immediately starts looking around. If she mentioned anything about, like, the cure or what have you, any of that, he's 100% like from the get-go is like scanning this whole place, like opening urns, doing whatever, looking for whatever might be hiding here, or if there's any sort of like setup that's alchemical, whatever, just like where is it?
Sure. Give me an investigation check.
16.
As you search through this small warehouse, you see much the same scene that I have just described, but now in much more filled with people. It might even be claustrophobic in a way that wasn't before, as all of these people are filing into this small, safe house. And as you look through urns, you see oats, you see dried apples, you see wheat, you see rice even, you see an entire variety, seemingly at random, of various foodstuffs. You can see that trailing behind Kaya as she walks along the perimeter of these walls, there is a little bag floating behind her, just sort of following her as she goes. She picks up her staff leaning against the wall, and with a wave, all of the muck and mud falls off of her to the ground. Najma, what are you doing?
I think I pull Lilith off, and I want to do a minor illusion of a snowdrop flower, which is our flower that's I missed you, and then a carnation which blooms out of the snowdrop. That's a very intense in the eyes of are you okay?
Yeah, beautiful.
To her back.
Well, you hold her in front of you, and you're asking these questions through this language, this sort of pictograph language that you do with illusory flowers. She's here. She's safe, and you feel that huge weight lift from you. Just scanning her, she has a cut on her chin that is healing nicely.
Okay.
She signs back, "All right, I missed you." And when you look at the cut, she makes a small illusory spider, and then she shrugs.
Oh, okay.
And mimes running.
Right. I think then I'm going to put my cloak over her that has all the constellations. I think I'm going to light up the Aquarius one and then point to the necklace, the Ishtar necklace, and just show her that I got it.
I think she holds her hand to her chest and stares at it, obviously recognizing it from your aunt, and then with a little finger wave produces a small portrait of Chell and looks at you questioningly.
Oh God! Oh no! It's gonna make me cry a little bit. I think I'm gonna illusion a weeping willow over her, and then have one of the little strands break off, and then it just poofs away, and then I'm gonna touch her heart chakra and heat it up.
She nods, and with a little move of the finger, rosemary and rue.
Okay.
And she nods to the old man after a second, and she waves her hand in front of her nose and sketches an onion in the air.
Okay. I think I want to close both her eyes, and then close them and then open them back up, which is our telltale of don't look at what I'm about to do, and kind of push her back towards the fire. And I think I kind of want to try to tackle the late Kaya to the ground.
Okay, great. You sprint
Oh.
full tilt. Wait, how do you do this? Are you like?
I think
Are
it's-
you waiting until she comes near you?
I
'Cause
think
she's-
it's waiting, and then it's like a leg sweep to like knock her down, and then like bear wrestle on top of her and like pin her down.
Okay. We leave Najma as she is setting up her ambush as Kaya is walking around and will soon be in this aisle of urns that you have chosen as your moment.
So sorry.
No, Brooke, don't be
sorry.
sorry. Jøra, what are you doing?
The entrance that we came in. Large, small.
As you pass through this sliding panel and it slides shut, the entrance that it actually opened up was very large. But now that you see as it's closed and you are within this perimeter, there's a very faint, almost like a vapor around it. And now as you look, you can see that it spreads up the walls and in fact domes this entire room. There appears to be some sort of almost like a shell of a light mist.
Okay. Wherever it slid shut, like I assume it just looks like a wall now, she's going to turn around, just go into like sitting squat. Like you know how like Shaolin monks, like that's how
Yeah.
they sit, and like stare at the door with axe like across her knees, just like waiting, and just listen to the room. I think she's going to close her eyes and listen.
I love that. Give me a perception check.
Cool bean.
Hell yeah.
That is an 18.
Nice.
Arn is distressed, murmuring to Hawa. It's an argument, clearly, as Hawa is attempting to calm him down, but there is a discussion happening in, I think, the tongue of the Askomani.
Oh, is Hawa an Askomani as well?
No.
Okay,
No.
but maybe just knows the language.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. As you search through, you do wind up near Scipio. She nods to you and says, "Well met. I'm sorry, I'm just maintaining the perimeter for a second. I have
Fine.
to make sure the alarms are still active."
Fine, then where is it? What is this?
Where's
is this
what?
it? Is this where we're supposed to find the cure? What?
The cure?
Yeah, where is it?
Well, I can see that you're in some amount of distress. I hope that a rescue team... Well, I have some questions first.
What, you help a rescue team?
Give me a moment. I'm Kaya Scipio. I'm scribe of the Continental Survey Initiative, operating in these lands at the pleasure of the Lady of Xeris. I literally have to tell you that. Please excuse me if we don't shake hands. You are the one Ma'at calls the bastard, yes? Would you like me to call you that?
No, I'd like for you to call me MacGowan.
May I ask my questions before you ask yours? Please.
He's irritated, but fine.
What is the situation on the surface? Who is in command? Did they send you in?
There's no one up there. There's no one up there. It's empty. The fucking wheat field has taken over your tents. There's a bunch of dead bodies around all of these wells, the same one that we fell down. There's no one up there. So I don't know what you think's going on with the rescue team, but it's not coming. It's not coming. So it's up to us, and whatever we can do down here, we gotta find a way out. But I have to be alive to try to get out, and I would like very much to do that.
Persuasion check.
That is a 13.
I will be entirely honest with you. I need a second to think, but in the moment, I would appreciate it if you maintained your decorum. I am working on a plan. I can promise you that. Please, the oatcakes are pretty good. You know what? And she looks at you, and the unseen servant next to her holds the bag up. She fishes in and pulls out a single packet. This is my last sachet of tea. I will give it to you if you promise to breathe. I know you're ill. We'll find a way. And if not, there are many of these warehouses, and when rescue arrives, I'm sure we'll be able to remove whatever curse from the man in the urn, from the people I've stowed thus far, from yourself if need be. So some perspective. It might be difficult, but I would advise it.
I don't intend to go in an urn, but fine.
And she hands you the last sachet of tea from her survival pack.
I try to keep it together and make the tea.
We're gonna have to do some yoga.
I have one last question. Are you, or is any of your team, conscripted?
What does that even mean?
Do you work for my comrades?
No.
Enjoy your tea. I'm just going to finish with my border. And as you can see, she clangs this little piece of lead against the wall, and for a second, the fog sort of shield, the shell, increases. And then she sprinkles some metal, and it spreads over the floor as well. Her path is taking her to each cardinal direction of the room. With your excellent perception, you heard all that, in addition to the sound of nothing outside. There is no movement. It is as still as the grave. Najma, I would love for you to make an athletics check.
As Bull do,
scared.
you just hide in plain sight.
9.
12.
Dang it.
How do you do it? Are you just like playing demure until snap, like trying to catch the leg sweep?
Yeah, I think she just like jauntily like walks up to her and she's like, "Can I talk to you for a moment?" And then tries to sweep her leg out.
Oh my God. I think she literally like jump ropes over it and then slams back with an open palm. And it doesn't hurt, but you are pushed backwards off a second. And she says, "Cordially, what the fuck?"
Open palm?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna try to strike.
Roll initiative.
Okay. She's just emotional.
Cordially, what the fuck?
9.
Essentially, you, MacGowan, and Caesipio are at the edge of this room. Arn is on the opposite edge. Jøra is at the front edge, right, the door. The center is where the fire and the figure and your sister are. Kaya is going to try to duck past you, provoking an attack of opportunity as you wish, to get towards the center of the room, fishing in her pocket.
Oh God. Okay. I think I'm gonna take my scarf and try to like lasso her foot.
So it's more like trying to immobilize than to hurt.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hurt her.
Okay, so athletics check to knock her prone.
Yeah. Oh.
Natural 20.
Yes.
Oh.
Bitch.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think she.
We'll do that
I don't
every
know if
time
it's
that-
gonna
And
work.
she rolled a 2.
Okay, I think I'm gonna hit like the Pisces constellation and like wriggle it like a net and just like yank her back.
It absolutely yanks around her foot, but it is the effect of she's knocked prone
Yeah.
and the scarf is kicked free as she falls. And she uses the last 5 feet of her movement scuttling backwards on her back, real fear in her eyes looking up at you. And she slams what was in her hand and you hear the tinkling of glass as she smashes something against the stones.
You fucking bitch.
A spherical shell of brilliant white light envelops her, the fire, Lilith, and the figure at the fire. What do you do?
Oh hell fucking no, damn it.
They are on the inside.
Scared to penetrate it.
You are on the out. Wizards, baby. It's a ding-dang wizard, baby.
It's a wizard baby?
She is in this protective sort of shell, it seems, with your sister and with this older figure who still is sitting at the fire. Why doesn't everybody else just roll initiative just cuz?
Sorry guys.
You're good. I love this.
So I will say, I went over to the fire to try to make my tea.
You're in there too.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And I think she says, "Call her off. Are you insane?"
What's going on?
I think I'm gonna Darth Maul freaking
Walk back and forth.
around. I think I'm just gonna like stick a hand in and see if it like hurts me. Just like a tiny tip of my fingertips.
It's a wall. It is a clear wall. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't shock. It's just a wall of force. Darth Maul. Initiative, MacGowan?
3. I was making tea. Oh, wait,
true.
sorry.
Yeah,
Wait.
it's
I
good.
forgot about my, I do believe I have a negative dexterity. Let me just double check there. I was actually a 2. A 2.
A dwarf with a negative dexterity?
Never heard of something like that before.
Brooke, I love this. I like, I'm going to give this little wizard a bunch of different tricks. Let's see if, okay, here we go.
We see one of the tricks.
Jøra?
20.
So, if Jøra would like to do something as this Darth Maul sort of showdown is happening, you are also on the outside of this circle.
You're squatted. Still.
Pantherously.
In leopardescally.
You don't learn to sit down in slave pits. You learn to always be ready. Jøra stands up, axe in hand, and walks, like 3 feet to
You're
where-
essentially sidling around this orb of force.
Cool. I'm going to take the two-handed axe, I'm going to drive it into the ground between Najma and the bubble, and I'm going to look at both of them, the people in the bubble and Najma, and I'm just going to say, why? Why are we doing this?
A fair question, says the wizard. Next in the order is the wizard, who will pass her turn.
Wizard hut!
Can I help you? Is something wrong? What? Are you sick? You don't seem sick to me. I don't see it around you.
Lilith is in there.
Yeah.
I think she's just gonna sit cross-legged in front of the bubble and just wait, seethingly waiting till that for the bubble to drop.
Is this your sister? Is this, do you know her?
Yes, and how do you have her?
She came to me. I found
How?
her in the docks. I dragged her out of the water.
Oh, shit.
Are you sane? What's her name?
Okay, fuck you. Sorry.
What's her name?
Lilith, you come here. And I try to get her to come out.
Please, Lilith, feel free. And Lilith passes through the wall of force.
I sit her in my lap.
I'm just going through this social exchange in initiative order.
You saved her? And I look at Lilith but I'm asking Kaya.
Lilith nods, Kaya shrugs.
Okay. Sometimes when you feel, it feels like the bull. Do you know?
Yes.
And I want to touch the Taurus, and I want to like minor illusion like a big ass like Minotaur person.
You're Kalashtar. What is
Yes.
an honorific in the Kalashtar tradition? Like namaste, I see your soul.
I think it would be just like touch your head with your pointer and then just like nod it down.
She does it with no ceremony. I'm sorry, I've studied, I've read, I've heard, I've met a few.
Oh, so you are not? So you just appropriated? Sorry.
Oh yes.
Sorry. You can cut it. Sorry.
No,
Bad.
because Brooke, your arrows fly straight and true.
Sorry. So sorry. Okay. Sorry. Yes.
She's wise as shit.
She's wise as shit. Yeah, Najma's like an
Okay.
altered consciousness.
Seriously though.
She's like your star, like being speaking through you.
Oh my god.
She just does it.
Okay. I am sorry, but sometimes the bull comes to a head.
Yes.
Do you know who Shell is?
Yes, my old professor. She was traveling with Kalashtar.
Yes.
You came from Chell?
Yes.
How is she?
She is dead. We fell.
There is an explosion as Arn smashes multiple pots off to the
Oh,
side,
God.
now raging at Hawa, who cowers backwards, walking.
Shall we discuss later?
Your friend is very sick, both of them.
This one too? And
I-
I point at MacGowan.
We need to de-escalate this, whatever this is.
Keep your
Kalashtar?
shield up, and I make my way towards Arn.
Oh, God. Okay, big lady says no.
I'm gonna trust Big Lady on this one. Let's make this even more complicated.
Oh, God.
The old man sitting at the fire looks up.
Starts speaking in tongues.
His cataracted eyes open, and raspy in the dialect of the marshes, he asks for water. Agua. Water, Kaya, please.
He's Spanish.
You walk over Portuguese.
Portuguese. Who's appropriating now, bitches?
Yes, me.
Okay, it's fine.
Still me, though. It's still me, though.
It's a made-up world where you have to fill it with people. At least they're not all white.
Yet more witchery? Arn is now fully by himself, walking through scattered oats and grains. His axe still lies in the shattered urn, murmuring to himself as Hawa walks away. My crew, my boat, my life, and there's no exit. Dead end, dead wind, dead end, there's no exit. There's one exit to this room. You.
Oh, God.
Thou untaught, like a baby. You see what this is? You see what these madmen do? That cloak, that thing you brought to me? And here it is, a poison of the soul and the mind? Let it be a lesson, Askamani. This is what magic brings, the ruination of the soul with no exit. These fools. This legion, and he points directly at Kaya. They are madmen, Jøra, and they will take it all. They've taken it all from me, all tomorrows in their fool ignorance, and they will take all from you as well. Lead me out, Jøra. I command it. Lead us to the surface. I have lost myself, but I will see the sun before I die. What do you do?
Oh, God.
I have left my axe ground in the ground between Najma and the bubble. I am barehanded. Let's go buck wild, motherfucker.
Oh, God.
You got those gauntlets on, right?
We'll see. Yeah, I think it requires it. I'm going to rage just listening to the words that are spilling out of his mouth.
It's pouring off of him, too.
And I'm sure. I'm going to attempt to grab him by the scruff of whatever armor he has or straps that are there.
Leather jerkin.
I'm going to attempt to grab him by it and pick him up like the baby he's being and put him against the wall.
Athletics check.
Hell yeah.
27 for Jøra.
You do grapple him, and you push him against the wall, and for a second, he does weaken, as though taken aback by the suddenness and the ferocity.
I want to lift him up off of his feet and remind him, A, that I'm taller. We are animal peacocking at this point.
Yeah.
Right? And just get really, really close to his face, and with maybe an intimidation check, do not ever think that the reason I am peaceful is because I do not know how to be violent.
You wish to lead, infant?
If you choose to act like an infant, then yes.
Envy me my freedom? Covet my life? The runes, the brands on him begin to glow with a faint blue light. My boat will take my hands and face? Take my hands?
Cool.
Hands? Hands?
I'm going to...
I need you to make a strength saving throw.
That is a 23.
It is like trying to hold on to a panther. If you have this strength and solid energy, he is ripping and pushing, and more light is shedding from his brands as he is forcing his way free for a second, breaking the grapple, but not pushing you, as instead he bursts through a line of the urns into the wall and smashes through the thin sliding wall, smashing into the dark hallway beyond.
Don't.
I had a feeling. I was like, I don't want to take rage, because I'm pretty sure Arn is going to have that one.
Ooh, I'm shaking, son. Ooh. I'm feeling some things.
Oh.
Told the wizard to stay in Wizard Hut. I was like, don't get out of Wizard Hut.
You maybe later?
Maybe later.
But not in this confined space.
No. MacGowan's still at the fire with like one hand holding the tea bag.
He's making tea.
Okay. Arn crashes through pot after pot, carnage within this line, and some of the urns are tipping over and splattering into other ones, but
He's
nothing...
making a lot of noise. Good job, Bubba.
Nothing quite matches the sound of crunching through this almost paper-thin stone wall, which shatters and thuds onto the stone in that dark room outside, and this warm, cozy bubble of safety is broken. And far away, down in the darkness, the sound of a silvery bell begins to ring. Kaya says, oh no. What do you do? Jøra is first in initiative.
Cool. Canonically, my axe is over near the fire, and I'm not wasting time to go get it. Enjoy help someone with that decision-making process. I am moving all the way. I'm catching Arn in his mid-run. I am going to tackle his ass to the floor.
Yeah, give me an athletics check.
Should have short rested.
No rupees came out of those pots when he smashed them, did they?
Just a bunch of apples.
Just a bunch of hearts.
No oranges. That is an 18 plus 5.
17 plus 8.
Oh, you push him to the ground in this tackling, flying athletics leap.
Cool. I would assume if I tackled him, he's probably chest to the ground. Mm-hmm. She's going to take the front of her knee and place it on the back of his neck and just push his neck to the ground as tight as she can so that any flailing he's doing is going to put pressure on his own neck.
Yeah.
And we're going to start setting up a pin on my next turn. Does he have a weapon on him?
He does.
Did he pick up his weapon?
It's not out.
He hasn't drawn a weapon on me. I'm not gonna assault him yet.
Next
I'm
in
just
the
going to work on calming him down through violence.
Next in the order is Kaya Scipio, who doesn't know what to do. She doesn't want to leave her little bubble. I think she pokes her head out of it and begins to look at the man on the ground who is still asking for agua. Agua. Kaya, my hands. My hands. Kaya, my hands are gone. And next in the order is Najma.
Oh, I don't know what to do. Lilith, stay and help Kaya.
She nods actively, because I just nodded at Brooke.
I look at Kaya very intensely. The Leo is the lion. If she dies, you will feel the fire. And I run after them.
Undoubtedly.
Oh, wait, is it dark?
It is.
Can I teleport there?
You can teleport to your heart's content.
Okay.
You peek over to the side of this busted, smashed through wall. Where you teleport?
All right, I kind of want to land in front of Arn.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to get run over, but
If you break
maybe
it
it'll
up.
slow it down.
You have advantage on any attacks that you.
And I think I'm going to do 2 hits on him and try to, like, yeah.
Yeah, give me an attack roll.
Okay, Totoro, come on. Give me some
Really want to
Princess
sing that theme
Mononoke.
song again.
Ah, 1 and a 2.
Wowza.
Because what happens
Yeah.
as soon as you miss, Arn on the ground, being held in this way with leverage, still manages to snag just a chunk of stone from this metal silo flooring and rip it out of the ground sideways, hurling it at you, Najma.
Oh, God.
I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw as he
Okay.
is viciously rebuking this attack.
Son.
Saving
damn.
throw? 22.
Oh, 15 halved. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage, and for a second you feel that the ferocity and the suddenness of this return, as you were coming around for yet another hit as the first one missed, is interrupted. And you feel your muscles lock up for a second, but then relax outwards.
Okay.
You are not stunned.
Oh, phew.
And next in the order is MacGowan.
I have been making my tea. All of this happens. I am now aware of the fact that Lilith is Najma's sister, and Lilith is still here in the bubble. This man is talking about how he does not have his hands. But as we are here in bubble with this man,
Yes.
and he's saying these things,
Yes.
I think that since they've gone over there, I'm keeping my focus here. As MacGowan says, what's he talking about? Is he turning?
He is in the process of turning, but we still have time. We can put him in either an urn or perhaps a closet, but they're all full around here. I've been putting people in here for hours.
An Erner closet?
His grip is on his axe, and he says, tell me what to do, or I will have to put him down.
Oh, shit.
Empty an urn. Empty an urn. I'll help you.
All right, go to empty an urn.
Athletics check as Kaya and you frantically try to upend the half-empty food urn that is filled with ancient oats.
So sorry. It was just so funny. The closets are full. Oh, man. that's
She's
funny.
stressing too.
I know. It's cracking me up.
I've had one job.
Put the closets.
Put people in
In
these
the closet.
closets. 16 athletics.
Yes, you are able to tip this urn over without it shattering, and whatever doesn't scoop out of it, you are beginning to scoop out in handfuls. And pretty soon, the urn will be finished. Will be empty as a result of your and Kaya's intentions and actions.
Cool. My focus is as quickly as possible putting dude in there so I don't have to rend him in two.
Arn wrestles free just for a moment on the ground, though still grappled. You're still pinning
Oh, he
him.
could get an axe and hit me on top of him.
And
right?
that's what he does.
Yeah, for sure.
He almost not even waiting to like swing or have any kind of form. He swings the loop on which the axe is held directly up, almost hitting you with the top blade of the axe. And
Disadvantage, truck stick.
he has advantage because he's raging.
So it evens out?
Wait, is he using reckless attack?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
it's
it's
yeah.
But
It is disadvantage, fuckstick. It is disadvantage. That is a 16 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay, I think it's just such a bad angle as he sort of sweeps upwards.
That's why you put the knee on the back of the neck, baby.
Nice.
It is your turn.
Cool. I am going to attempt to pin him, immobilize him completely.
Yeah.
She's gonna, when he swings up and misses, I think she's gonna pull the knee off the back of his head so that he like kind of overcorrects for it on the swing, and she's just gonna loop a big old arm under that chin and pull him completely flat on her back and go into a rear naked choke.
I think it's an athletics check, right? That's how we've been
Yes.
playing it? Yeah.
I mean, it's just second grapple check.
He will have advantage to resist.
That is 25 for her.
That is a 26 to resist. It's a writhing snake, a python.
We're still there. He's still
Yeah.
grappled technically.
And you still have an attack action.
I'm gonna loosen him up, keep him the arm under the neck because that's where I'm controlling him from. I'm just gonna take the other arm and clock him, try and get him in like the side of the jaw.
Yeah, give me that attack
Try
roll.
and loosen him up, and I'll just keep a standard attack on that. That is a 20 to hit.
Yes, that is going to hit as you clock him with that elbow, you said, right?
Yep, take my D4, son. 7 points of damage.
Crunching splatter of this, and I think his ear is now cauliflowered as a result of this. And you are grappling on the floor. in the most Conan way I could possibly imagine.
Muscles glistening in the low firelight.
Yeah, literally.
I know.
And that bell that I mentioned earlier,
Oh, yeah, it's going to come to play here in a second.
it continues to ring in this southern corner of darkness, which I don't think anybody here can see. Back up to Kaya Scipio, who I think is going to again use the help action, this time by scooping out the remainder of the grain as much as she can. And as you can see, there's a little invisible force taking scoops and handfuls as well. That
From the unseen servant.
Yeah, that is trying to carry out as much of these oats as possible.
Nice.
And now it is Najma's turn.
So I couldn't teleport to the noise.
This is everything where you are right now is dim light, so shadows and teleportation abilities. This is deep darkness. The light from the fire does not reach to where that paper is covering the
If I
map.
cast dark vision on myself, then
Yes.
could I teleport to that ringing?
Absolutely.
Are you gonna be okay if I ding dong ditch?
No, not at all. Yes, I'll be fine.
All right, I think I'm gonna cast dark vision on myself,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna try to teleport to the noise.
Excellent.
Oh God,
You do.
I just signed my death for it. I think.
Now
Can
there's
you reveal that map for me, please?
5 things happening at once.
You love to see it.
Sorry.
Party completely split.
Yeah.
You see.
No, it was great. I love it.
You
Where
see.
are we going?
I think you can move 60 feet, right?
I think so.
And then also movement. Mm-hmm. As you see almost a mirror image, like a very similarly beautifully designed warehouse. Again, with that sort of metal stone silo in the center. Very briefly, you catch the sight of some sort of insignia or plaque or something in the ground that is just a design in the marble on the ground, a relief on the ground. And you see a figure
Oh God.
With a gun.
with a gun, completely immobile. And that is not where the ringing is coming from. Again, like MacGowan, when you catch sight of it, it's like, whoa, is that a No, it looks like a statue. But far off in the distance, on the other side of this metal silo, you hear the ringing of an alarm spell being tripped. You see
A little goblin. What is it?
a very pleasant-looking halfling wreathed in vines and with a bullwhip at his hip, blissfully walking down the stairs. And he locks eyes with you.
No.
Next in the order
Why did I do that?
is MacGowan.
Is the urn empty enough to put dude in it?
It is.
Great. I would like to put dude in it.
You do. It is on its side, and I think Kaya just helps you put the man in it and then lift it up just by the fire. It's like a little dude coffin. And again, she cracks it open so he doesn't suffocate.
Cool. And with that guy's sufficiently satisfactorily in dude coffin, I want to use a bonus action to grant Stone Aegis to Najma's too far at this point, yeah?
Najma's very far.
Okay, at that point, I will grant it to Jøra then, and I'm going to make my way that way, and I'm going to pick up Jøra's axe.
You say anything as you're like, here, kill
no.
the fucker.
I'm not handing it to
Take
her
his
yet
boat.
because she specifically
I don't
left
have
it.
hands free.
Yeah, but
There's
he's
a-
just got it in case with the alarm spell going off. I think he's just got it for when whatever this is transfers into the next thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just that sense of readiness. The axes both still have the fire magic, right? Of the
How long does it
elemental
last?
weapon. I think an hour.
Yes, it does.
Okay, cool.
Just don't let Arn take my axe, please.
Will not.
Because that shit would get bad real quick.
Najma,
Yeah.
this figure, Jolly, walks down the steps. This nice-looking halfling. He is wearing a black suit with a moon insignia on it. And as he looks at you, he takes something out of a pouch at his hip. It looks like a grasshopper. He pulls a leg off of the grasshopper and leaps into the air.
I'm sorry. What?
Hell.
What is your passive perception? 17?
Oh shit.
You lose him in the shadows at the top of this storehouse.
Hello, friends. Jonah here to say thank you for listening to this episode of Bound. I'd like to take a moment to tell you about our amazing partner, Dice Envy. This week, check out the Hinterland collection, their line of wooden dice. Carved from the sacred heartwood of the druidic trees of the hinterlands, these wooden polyhedral dice hold both tremendous beauty and the arcane power to craft stories that will be remembered for a lifetime. What stories will you dare to tell with them? If you're looking to add to your dice hoard, you can get 10% off of your purchase at Dice Envy by going to diceenvy.com/questco or by using the promo code QuestCo at checkout. That's QUESTCO for 10% off of your entire order. If you are a fan of the Quest Company, please do us a favor and go over to our page on the Apple Podcasts app or wherever you listen to your podcast and leave us a good old rating and review. It is a huge help to us. We read every single review that comes in, and getting more of those is a huge help to our visibility to get new people listening to the show. And if you really love what we do here at the Quest Company and you would like to take that next step in supporting us, please consider becoming a Patreon subscriber. For as little as $2 a month, you can help us with necessary expenses, help us continue to improve the quality of the show, and get access to exclusive content and patron rewards. If you'd like to give us that support, you could do so at patreon.com/questcompanypodcast. You can find the link to the Patreon on our website, questcompanypodcast.com. If you'd like to contact us, you could do so directly through our website or by finding us on Instagram and Twitter at The Quest Company. You can also come hang out with us in our Discord. If you need links to any of those things, go check out our website. It's all there. We know that word of mouth is the best way to get people listening to new podcasts, and that is even more true for independent shows like ours who don't do paid ads. So please, if you enjoy this podcast, let other people know. Just think right now. Think of the most muscular person you know. You got it? Tell them about Bound. They're going to love it. We'd love to see you posting about the podcast using hashtag The Quest Company. And if you have fan art of the podcast that you want to share, just make sure when you post it to tag us so that we can see it. Tagging us is the best way to make sure we see what you're posting and the best way to guide folks directly to us. I'd like to thank Leitess for running the game and editing this episode, along with the artists whose music is featured in it. Thank you to Aakash Gandhi for the song Eyes of Glory. Thank you to Blue Dot Sessions for Ultima Thule. Thank you to Daniel Birch for the songs Maybe Someday I'll Wake Up and Indigo Moon. Thank you to Daniele Pasini and Rafaelle Pilia for the song Edgeya. Thank you to David Hilowitz for the song The Bridge Horror. Thank you to Jessie Gallagher for Obelisks and Thin Places. Thank you to Kosta T for the song Despair. Thanks to Incentive for the songs Patience and Benzojam. And thank you to I Think I Can Help You for the song Gravity Variations. Ambient sound by TabletopAudio.com. That's all for me, so let's get back to the action. Thank you for joining us here at the Quest Company. You do love to see it.
It's okay. If it's a lizard, you should be able to beat the fuck
Yeah, I'll
out
just
of him.
kill him. You said he
long as you
jumped
find
up
him.
here.
You saw him leap straight up. Next in the order. Dang it, I keep doing MacGowan before I do Arn. I think it's because I don't know what I'm doing, but it's okay. Arn is again, I think he's going to try to break the grapple.
Before I'm anywhere close with the axe, he has his turn.
That is a 19 plus 5.
Mine's a 40.
Whoa!
Natural 20 plus 10.
You maintain the grapple entirely, and I think he's unable to do anything. It's almost like all this rage is being spent, but then replenishing. And as he begins to tense up, those brands light up a little bit on his arms. But as you push him back down, they dim back down. Next in the order is Jøra.
Cool. I'm going to try and pin him again.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and get him to stop raging. 25 again.
That is an 11. Ooh. You restrain him. A restrained creature's speed becomes 0. It can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against it have advantage. Creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. And the creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. I love that.
I'm basically trying to, Jøra story-wise, is trying to put him to sleep.
I get it. Yeah.
I'm not trying to kill him.
For sure.
I'm trying to knock him out and stop him from raging.
I love that. Yeah.
I don't care how long he can breathe.
I
I'm
will
just
say
gonna hold
there
him.
is a lot of vim in this boy, but I
for sure.
appreciate the strategy.
I'm just letting you know.
Next in the order is Kaya Scipio. Behind you, you see urns being placed in the wreckage of the door that Arn has created, as she is just trying to.
I love this character.
I love Kaya, and that is what she is doing. As she's attempting.
Such a classic wizard.
She's
Just
so
like,
practical.
Just don't want to be with any of that.
Any of that? I don't want it. I don't want any of it.
And next in the order is Najma.
I guess I'm gonna try to teleport up.
Hell yeah!
Just go up. I know where I'm going.
I mean,
Up.
you do it until it doesn't work.
I know.
I need you to make an acrobatics check, please.
Gladly.
the nonsense this became so quickly. Because angry Viking boy.
So, was your acrobatics check?
27.
You cast your attention up and you see, it looks like a trellis, a catwalk up top. And Najma,
Hell yeah!
perfectly maintaining your action, you are up in this sort of catwalk above. And you can see even more of these sort of sliding doors. This is clearly a facility to store many, many things. Don't know that you know or care that right now. If you would like to find this
Yeah, I
gentleman,
do.
I'm going to need a perception check.
And that's
Or-
still the bell, right?
the bell is still downstairs.
The alarm bell?
Yes.
But he walked through the
Yes.
zone where that was.
Correct.
So he was what set it off,
You little
theoretically.
bitch. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna try to find him. Oh, perception? Okay.
Yeah.
Good thing you got your dark vision up.
26.
Against the wall in the corner, like this. You can see him up against the wall, 1 foot on one of these trellises, the rest of his hands balancing him out as he stands and watches you. With that look in his eyes.
Hey, Joe, I hate it.
I hate it so much. It's
That's just
so
Hereditary.
scary.
That's just the movie Hereditary. So you can see him.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Is speaking in action?
Free action.
Okay.
But let me set this. So as you shadow step up into this hitherto unknown trellis of rafters in this storage space, and you land perfectly balanced on one of these rafters, you see this person with the wreath of vines still around his throat, glittering at you from the dark.
Hello, little person.
Hello, little person.
I'm going to have to hit you very, very hard because you are very, very sick and you are hurting people that I need, okay?
I'm being myself.
Okay, I'm going to hit you. I'm just gonna like prep to,
Yeah.
I guess, hit him.
You love that.
Next is Arn. So, if I understand this right, because we're in Uncharted Joe terrain, so grappled is just the speed becomes 0.
Cool.
Restrained is 0 and adding disadvantage on attacks and dex saves and the no 0 speed.
Cool.
Yeah. Arn, again, is going to be scrapping. Let's say this, though. He doesn't have access to his weapon.
Okay.
How about that?
So is he trying to break it?
Yes, that is a 12 plus 5, 17.
Natural 20.
Oh my god. Completely restrained. He's still like bucking and biting and like actually like trying to bite, but you've just kept him too far away. And
Am I not after Arn?
this is what I've been fucking up.
Ah!
Honestly, let's keep it, because I've done it up till this point. MacGowan's turn.
Well, I had been going before him, but now I
Yes.
thought that I was after he goes that I got.
That's what I've been fucking up.
Aha.
Yeah, but who cares? No rules, just right, baby.
No
We're going to
rules.
Outback tonight. I'm going to catch Corona in an Outback.
Oh,
Hit me, Jonah. Sorry.
with the steaks.
Coughing. MacGowan looks
you can't
up.
get it at Outback because their prime minister cleared it. You're clean.
Oh, that's
baby.
true.
Wait, the Prime Minister of
The
Outback
Outback,
Steakhouse?
Yeah. The
Yep.
Outback Steakhouse
Yep.
is technically an Australian embassy. It's Australian territory just on
Hey,
American
listeners,
soil.
did you know this? Did you know if you go to an Outback and you say, I would like to speak to the Prime Minister, he's there.
Anytime you ever go to an Outback Steakhouse, you're in Australia.
Yeah, she
I mean,
used that
yeah.
bloomin' onion to clear Corona.
Hey, guys, I'm scared.
Oh, no. Sorry.
Right. So where we're at now.
Hello?
Do his arms seem like restrained enough, seeing what's been going on there, that if I go by, like, I should be okay to not invoke the wrath?
Yes, it seems like a pretty... Jøra's on top of this shit.
Nice. Since Jøra
And the
is on top
situation.
of it, since she's on top of it, I'm going to make my way forward as much as I can. So 15, 15, 20. Can I see Najma up top?
Yes, but as a reaction, Arn is still going to flail out at you with an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Does
Because
he have
reactions-
disadvantage because he's...
He does. That's a natural 20. Oh, and a 1, so never mind.
Aha!
I was looking at the 1, and I was like,
Joe?
But also...
Yes, I think he sort of herks himself up and actually gets some air as Jøra just brings him back down.
Nice. So then, as I've run forward then, can I see her?
Yes.
In that case, I'm going to bonus action shift my stone aegis to Najma.
What is that?
You have protection from bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. A 3, right? I know we just went over that.
Yes.
Stone on me?
Yeah, it's like a bit of just like a thin layer of mud almost, like a shimmering mud.
You dirty. Well, you are...
Your
well,
mud
you're not.
mask.
You feel like a sort of fortitude and assurance of the earth, even though that might be not the thing you want while you're balancing on one foot on a high
That's
beam.
fine. Can I mind talk? Oh, I can't see him.
You are still linked to MacGowan.
Oh, thank you.
I'm pretty sure.
You're welcome. If whatever it is hits you, I'll be up there.
It's a little creepy man.
Is that the end of your turn?
I'm just trying to figure out if I could throw a firebolt up there at dude.
You would not, even with dashing, you would not be able to get in range because he is on the other side of this large metal silo to you.
Okay.
She is gazing at
Yeah, is he
something
in
that
this-
is obscured.
in
yes,
this corner?
he is directly above that.
Okay, so he's a ways off. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my action to, since I don't think that holding my action for an attack is going to be the most helpful, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to action dash more in that direction.
Yeah.
And just be ready to teleport on up there if she gets hit.
Thank
You know it.
Deciding to not leave Jøra's axe down there in that area just in case that goes bad.
Thank you.
Am I crazy? Did Arn go this turn?
He went just before me just now.
Yeah. Remember?
I fucked up again.
Fired.
I fucked up deciding not to fuck up. I fucked up when deciding not to fuck up. Man. Anyway, so what I should have had did was this guy.
What you should have had
creepy
did
dude.
done.
The creepy ass dude.
Oh, not ass, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's ass dude.
Ah, damn.
Covered in vines with a grasshopper leg.
Hate it.
And all I can picture is I don't know, like a little,
Sean Austin.
Sean
no,
Austin.
Not even
I
that.
mean, Sean Astin?
like, you know
Did you pronounce it Aston?
it's
Aston.
yeah,
I don't ever see it spelled. I don't know.
you know the comic,
curious.
Yeah,
like the
Aston.
animated Lord of the Rings? That's what I'm picturing. And
Oh,
it's
like the
fucking
70s.
terrifying.
like built
Yes.
like Frodo from the animated
Yes.
with the
So,
With like
hate.
a choker of vines.
Oh God.
hop,
Oh God.
hop, hop.
Was he the fucking Easter bunny?
Yes.
Yes. He says, come. Strength saving throw.
I don't have strength, Joe.
He knows.
I know.
To-row. Doing it every
He
time that
tries
dice
to be
natural
like the
20s.
little Totoros and come after me, and I'm saying, fuck that.
You went, I'm not stupid!
What was it?
It was a natural 20.
Oh my
Plus
goodness.
0.
Quick as a snake, he has picked up the little whip around his waist and almost like a rapier cast, underhand casting it at you, and it crackles with lightning. And you see it almost wrap itself around your leg with this sort of weighted, sort of pointed tip of this whip. It does grab you. It grabs you and tries to yank you towards him, yanking you very viciously towards. And you resist it. You keep your balance, instead taking this momentum and spinning out, and the whip retracts, where it then pulses as soon as it gets close to him again with a lightning strike of light. And now it is Jøra's turn.
Jøra, my brain is just, she's gonna try and put him to sleep. I don't know what that is
It's
mechanically.
attacks. I'm
attacks,
just going
it
to
would
say
be
it's
attacks?
damage.
Okay.
Yeah, because knocking somebody unconscious is a physical
Cool.
thing you can do in D&D, just not
wanted-
ranged and not with magic.
Just wanted to double check with you on that then. Cool.
Yeah. Specifying non-lethal damage.
Because he's not calming down, right?
No.
He's in no way calming
In
down.
no way.
Cool. Can I just treat choking damage as unarmed strikes?
Absolutely.
Cool. 2 unarmed strikes.
Yeah, and I think you have advantage because he's restrained.
Yep. That's an 18 plus 8.
That is going to hit.
And the second one's a natural 20.
That is also going to hit. Man, Jøra really is the daughter of giants.
You know it.
Hell yeah.
So that's 8 points of damage on the first one.
Oh,
Crit baby.
Yeah, 8 plus 5. That is 13 points of damage on the second one. As when he bridges up to go after MacGowan,
Yeah.
right? She's just gonna hook both legs over the front of him,
Yeah.
and like pull his body down and attempt to do the thing you're supposed to do when you're choking someone out from the back, which is you on the bottom bridge up so that you extend their body past, like you bend their body back and start to pull the oxygen out.
oh my lord.
That's what she's doing on the ground with Arnold.
The ground game is strong.
The ground game is strong, though. Unlike Joe Biden's. Villagers, Kaya Scipio has finished putting urns, and it's still not very good. I think she is actually trying to mend portions of the wall. I don't know if that she knows anything else to do. And next in the order is Najma, with this grinning thing balancing on one foot in front of you.
Najma's remembering what Ishtar said to her, and he said he was being who he was and that people are who they say they are. I think I'm gonna have to punch him twice.
Knock him down!
Is it possible to, like, it's around his neck, right? Or it's all over?
It's almost like a little neck pillow.
Ew, okay.
He just came from the airport!
I think she's gonna try to, like, hit him, but I'm trying to, like, get it off.
Okay.
Is that possible?
You're trying to sort of rip it off of him?
Yeah.
So you're going to get up close to him and jump up as you were hopping like foot to foot to the next rafter, the next beam.
So cool.
I think that is just an unarmed attack, but we're going to say you're like trying to rip it. Yeah,
Okay.
I like that.
Hell yeah.
Based on odds, it's going to have to give you a few bad ones.
15.
Going to hit. Yeah. I think he's sort of like almost lugubriously. No, he's very lightly and whimsically like moving out of the way. But your fake out actually lands, and you're
Okay.
trying to pull these vines loose, and it does catch him off guard.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll that damage.
7.
You really yank him. You give him a big yank, and you have more attacks, I believe.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
it again. 17.
Yes, that's gonna hit.
Okay. Get the vines freaking off. 9.
Yeah,
Okay, then I'm gonna do one more. 16 plus stuff.
that is gonna hit.
Okay, 9 at the end. Another
at the
9.
Nice.
Wow.
Get it out.
I think you are really yanking this thing away from the. Don't look at the health. Don't look at the health score. I know
didn't
I'm
see a
fucking
joke.
it up.
Can I, like, jiu-jitsu on his back and be, like, yanking it this way and, like, grapple him,
We'll
sort
say
of?
that that's what you're doing. You're
Okay.
now no longer on the pole.
Yeah,
you're
I'm
like
just using
kind
him.
of riding him, like trying to
Okay.
pull it off. And I think, and next in the order is Arn. He is going to lift his head up as though he's going to rear down and try to headbutt you as you are holding him up, and instead smash his head sideways into the wall.
Oh my god.
His attack roll does have disadvantage, though, so we'll see if he's able to hit this wall with his head. That does still hit, as Arn takes...
Arnold, I can't tell now.
No.
smashes his nose and the side of his head into the wall, and is going to do it again as he is continuing to pant and breathing roughly. But that is the end of his turn. MacGowan, your turn.
He sees her struggling with whatever this thing is, so he's just going to shoot Firebolt up there.
You are firing into melee.
Great. Can I maneuver to where I'm like, where she's not like, where I'm on the side where he's more?
Yeah, actually, you can move right on. Well, no, she's on top of him.
I'm on top of him.
If she's on top of him, does that mean that he's not, like, she's not
Oh.
between him and me because they're above me?
We're getting into some directional geometry. Yes, I think if you move forward 3 or 4 squares right there, you'll be able to get a clear shot on him.
Done. I want to do whatever I need to do
Great.
to get that clear shot.
Look, man, wizards, I'm all about geometry.
Do it with math. All right. Unnatural 20.
Oh, yeah, that's going to hit.
Nice.
Roll that damage as you zing. Is this your hatchets, or have you run out at this point?
I think he's out.
Yeah, he's
I
just
think at this
blasting.
point he's just conjuring this flame in his hand and just shooting this bolt up into the air.
So anyway,
because he
you-
doesn't have the hatchets anymore. Because
So
he
anyway-
hasn't had the chance to pick the other ones up.
Right, yeah.
So that's 10 points of fire damage.
10 points. Yeah, you singed this guy, but good. Next in the order is this dude, who is going to extricate himself, hopping backwards twice, and again with that whip, just sort of lashing out with it in an underhand, awful kind of way. And Najma, you can see that this whip has, again, those sort of like biting little like teeth almost on the end.
Did he leave her melee?
Yeah.
You freaking douche. Hold on.
Do it.
Oh, it's a natural one.
It's okay, probably better there than anywhere else.
A natural one?
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to be a dick. I kind of hate the critical failure. Oh, you fall on your ass.
I can slow fall.
But I think him leaping backwards from you and like extricating himself almost
Just,
like
threw her off,
throws
yeah.
you off.
Yeah.
And here comes that underhanded whip attack. 22 to hit.
Yeah.
5 slashing damage, reduced by 3 because of the stone Aegis,
Ew.
which you can teleport up if you like.
MacGowan goes to, with his earth and energy, go up into the air, and then realizes this is not something that has happened before. He cannot, because they're not on the same surface.
Oh, thank you for keeping track of that, because I couldn't.
I was looking and I was like, we haven't encountered this problem yet.
Wait.
She's above
And instead, we encounter another problem. As this whip slices into your thigh, I need you to make an acrobatics check.
I shouldn't get too cocky about those.
What are you doing?
16?
Yes, again, as part of this whip attack,
Tell which that was.
I know.
I know, I was like, what-
it
What's
is
it gonna be?
attempting, I think he actually attempts to whip your feet out from under you, which up here would be a pretty dangerous set of circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
And you jump rope it as this basilisk, as this whip. Yeah. It's a named weapon. Okay. Okay. That's cut. That's going on the end.
Nope.
That is hilarious.
Fuck me.
That was so great. That was so great.
Showing my hand.
You're not. I'm over here having a UFC match.
That's
It's
true.
fine.
In the octagon.
I'm living my best self.
As this whip slices into your thigh and then comes back around to try to knock you prone, you jump rope over it, pulls it back to his side. Next in the order is Jøra.
Cool.
Deepen that choke. Deeper and deeper.
Pull in deeper and
Slowly
deeper.
shut off the lights. That's an 18 plus 8, 21.
Yes, roll damage for
Okay,
both.
so both. 8 points damage on the first. That's 11 points of damage on the second.
Choking and choking, eyes blackening from the lack of oxygen as you have been holding him down and restricting his windpipe pretty much this entire time in one way or another. He is slowly starting to slacken, and the twitches of his muscles firing are not enough. Slackens in your grip, and his tattoos begin to glow again. And blaze and blaze and blaze with a brilliant, fiery blue light. Filled life comes back into his body, and I need you to make a and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Do you want to tell me what the DC is, though?
No.
Okay, cool.
You sure?
A 28.
He rages. This sounds like bullshit, but he breaks free of the restraint and falls to your side. Follow me here.
I love it. Go for it.
He is going to ping pong into this wall. Raging bull charged ping pongs into the wall, denting in a wall to an empty storehouse. Or seemingly empty, as there is a figure within, silent in the dark, standing. It's one of the body closets.
Ah, dip.
Oh, shit.
Ah, damn it.
Love it.
Am I attacking the wrong person?
Arn is not Arn. This is not the action of a human man. Whatever this energy is pulsing through his brands, these things lighting up, is giving him some sort of inhuman tearing strength, as you can hear the muscles themselves creaking and tearing under the stress of what he is forcing them to do, or is being forced to do. He's gonna take another turn.
Mid-boss.
Finally, on his feet, he is going to take off that axe and slam it in just a reckless, raging, no art smash at you, Jøra.
He's opened up that wall and is coming back.
Yes, 15.
Does not hit.
He misses, and the axe just sort of grazes against this stone silo against you. Next in the order, Najma.
I'm gonna keep trying to rip the vine off.
Go ahead and roll those physical attacks.
Just gonna roll 2 just to get it over with. Okay, so one was a natural 1. And the first one misses, the second one's a 14 plus 7, so 21.
Yes, that's gonna hit.
Okay, 8
if he said, this is the real me before, now with actual pain and fear in his eyes, he is saying, I'm just being myself.
I know.
I'm just being myself.
For my...
My hands, you're hurting me.
Oh, God dang it. I'm sorry. For my bonus.
I don't think you do, because the natural one. And rather than making you tumble down to the ground before, I think you're just catching yourself and righting yourself and miss your bonus action. I think that's a better critical fumble than you fall and you're dead.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Next in the order. Yeah, look at me like justifying myself to my...
to yourself.
And next in the order, sounds like bullshit, it's Arn. Arn, again, is going to pull up this axe and swipe at you.
Go for it.
23 to hit.
Definitely hits.
That's going to be 5 damage. Halved. Incomprehensible fury at this point. There is no reasoning here. Just kill, kill, kill drive. And he is being kept on his feet by the light of his tattoos. Next in the order is gonna be MacGowan.
I need to maneuver again to be able to throw that firebolt.
Yeah, just a step or two.
17 plus 22.
That is gonna hit.
13 points of fire damage as I throw another bolt up into the rafters.
You're hurting me.
No!
And a firebolt flies into his eye, and he falls back down onto the stone below.
No, MacGowan is reckless at this point. Yeah, kill it. If it's hurting me or my friends, kill it. Kill it, kill it.
Yeah, you're filled with fear.
Yeah. How much of what's going on with Arn can I tell is happening right now? Because I'm trying to figure out if MacGowan is now in kill Arn zone.
You see him now on his feet somehow, broken from the restraint, but Jøra does seem to be ducking and diving and maneuvering in such a way that he can't hit her.
If there's nothing up in the rafters that I can see with Najma now, I'm going to bonus action shift the Stone Aegis back to Jøra, and I'm going to start running back in Yora's direction.
Great.
So I'm running back that way, preparing Yora's axe to try to hand off.
Great. Jøra.
I assume he's like wild striking at this point.
Yeah.
After the one that hits her catches her, she's going to roll up under one and pop up, just stand up in front of him, rise up with just like an uppercut to the chin.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Reckless attack. That is a 15 plus 8 to hit.
That is going to hit.
11 points of damage on the first one. Before I throw this second attack,
Yes.
is there any recognition in his eyes?
Give me an insight check.
18.
Yes. There's fear and pain and hurt. But then the tattoos blaze again, and his body stiffens as though he's being kept alive and kept in motion by the power coursing through him, but just being diverted. He's just being controlled. The tattoos are him. The control is not.
Shit. That changed the game. Where is he tattooed?
All over, like you.
There's a little Tinkerbell tramp stamp.
You're not on this guy.
It's an uppercut to the lower jaw, and then just take the arm around the back of the head, right? So that it's like I'm stretching you out straight, and then bring the full weight of my body and my knee onto the inside of his knee and try and break his leg.
I'm flavoring it as unarmed damage, but I just
this.
want to see like if his leg keeps working after it's broken.
Okay.
That's her mentality here.
This is going to be an athletics check. Cool. I can't give you advantage just because like we're trying to do like a specific like thing.
26.
Ooh. I think you kick out his kneecap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know that pain.
I don't know if it's like the femur gone or whatever. I think you...
I meant to break it at the juncture.
Right, yeah. And I think
I'm potentially crippling him for life.
There is an audible snap. The tattoos on that leg go dark.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to turn him into a stump.
Oof. Go ahead and roll your unarmed damage as well.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's 9 points of damage.
Doubled.
Ooh.
Whenever he is actually being injured, and especially after such blows as this, or after he smashed his head into the wall, you see the soul inside.
Yep.
His. Kaya actually sliding the door hilariously, as opposed to the broken wall, and says, "If it's Marek, don't kill him. If it's Marek, don't kill them. We can bind them." Next in the order is Arn. Despite this busted leg, he is just going to, now not with the axe, just swing back again with that arm. Natural 1.
Cool.
His leg is fucking broken. Sinks to his
But he
knees.
swings out with that arm?
Yeah.
Cool, I'm setting something up on my turn if it comes back.
He sinks down to his knee. Najma.
Is this an action to just like look around really quick?
Search, what are you looking for?
I just wanted to do like a quick glance. Like there's
If you want to go down to his body.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. I'm going to teleport down. See if he's still alive, or is he just like mush.
Yeah, I think you get down and he is still alive, but his eye has been burned straight through.
Oh.
He has had a firebolt to the inner part of the occipital lobe. It is bad, but he is still like grunting and spasming a little bit on the ground. What do you do as you approach?
Does he still have like the vines on him, or they're like completely gone?
They are beginning to release.
Okay.
And as it does, there is a bit of a relaxation around him.
I want to just say, you will be who you are, okay? And I want to try to take his little lasso thing.
And I want to gently loot him.
Yeah,
I think
want to take it.
he down at his hands, he has something in his belt, and he's just looking at you. And he hears Kaya's voice, and he unclips a little bag at his belt, unclips the whip, like lets it fall from his hands, and he can't give it to you, but he opens his palms, and he looks at you in the eyes and says, "It still has me.
Oh no.
Nothing can be lost." And he's dead.
I want to do what I did with Shell and like minor illusion flowers on him.
You do.
Okay. I want to take a shit.
Let me give you that loot.
Okay. He dropped it for me.
I loot him gently.
Yeah.
No, I can't save you. I can't save you. You're dying.
No, you're fucking dead, but give me.
Brooke, that was very sweet. Thank you for that.
Your
Yes.
shit.
Surprise, surprise. It's called Basilisk.
Look what I got.
Wait, you trying to tell me that thing has a name?
Yeah.
Trying to tell me that weapon has a name?
It does.
What's the DC on it?
I'm not going to tell you.
I'm kidding.
Can I still move?
Yes, all you did was drop.
Oh, great.
You used your monk slow fall.
I want to go to the statue that I saw and the little thing.
You're talking about the little tree insignia.
Yeah. Like, I just want to look at it and see if there's anything about, like, the thingy
carving.
or the statue.
There's a stone carving on the floor, and the statue has an urn in its hands.
No, that's a bad idea. That's a bad idea.
You can head up to it, but next turn you'd
Next
be able to
turn?
like
Okay,
use
okay.
object. You would actually have to climb up. Bull is an accurate comparison for our mini
It's, like,
right
pretty
there.
big.
It's bigger than Jøra.
And it's just standing there?
It's standing. It's a statue.
It's not pointing anywhere. It's just, like, there, holding the urn.
It is holding an urn.
Bell, stop ringing.
Bell stopped ringing. Arn again. Does an 11 hit?
Does not.
He swings that arm back, and it is MacGowan's turn.
MacGowan is running back this way toward Jøra and Arn.
Najma, as MacGowan unheedfully, not like a dick, as MacGowan stupidly walks past this.
As MacGowan, like a dumbass, does some bullshit.
Man, poor MacGowan. As MacGowan walks past the carving and his feet go upon the carving, it lights up slightly.
God!
It lights up slightly. And then as he moves off, the light goes out.
Can I see where Arn smashed hole, where you mentioned earlier that there is
Yes.
dude? And the dude is still not moving.
There is a
He's
face
standing.
slowly peeking out. Slightly dopey. Like, do you know how the zombies in Shaun of the Dead are kind of like almost sweet and when they look at you?
Yeah.
Just poking his head out of the hole and examining the situation.
Maybe he was a more senior officer or what have you.
Oh, it's an Arcane Legionnaire.
Yeah, this is an Arcane Legionnaire, and so I think, that maybe it's somebody who's a bit more portly and,
I mean,
has
what?
a bit more,
I don't know what that is. I haven't introduced them by name.
and has a bit more of the... and he's got a basilisk, too. But
And the DC is.
And the DC is just past middle age, a little more portly, somebody who's maybe taking it a little more easy, just doling out orders and such.
You see an identifier on him. J. Cicero.
MacGowan is, since this dude isn't moving, is not going to aggress, do
Upon
something
him?
aggressive upon him. Yes, it's, he's going to hold an attack action, essentially.
It's not a full break. It's more like a torso-sized chunk of the wall has been broken through from Arn's battering charge.
Gotcha. If the guy starts to do anything aggressive, yeah, I'll hold an action, Green Flame Blade.
Okay,
Yeah, because I don't want to throw a firebolt down toward Jøra and Arn.
for sure. Jøra, your turn.
So that willy-nilly punch that he threw back at me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twice.
The second one, she's going to catch it, trap it, take that free arm, punch him square open palm in the back of the shoulder, and try and dislocate that arm.
Give me a non-advantage athletics roll.
Just in athletics.
In the Fallout 3 sense, crippling each
Limb
limb.
by limb.
Limb by limb.
It's going to get grim.
That's why we have the content warning.
Yep. 21.
Roll your unarmed damage.
7, 10.
Doubled, 20. He goes limp again, and all of those tattoos power down as you are just dislocating this shoulder, and they begin to light again from within. Second attack. As he is again being filled with some sort of fortitude from these brands, now no longer from his right arm and his left leg.
Roll with me here. I have chains and manacles.
So that arm comes back and you dislocate it from
it at
the
the shoulder. I think she's gonna pull out the chain that she has, catch the arm in the chain.
Yeah.
Right? But attempt to just wrench that arm back as well.
Give me an unarmed attack.
18 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Big boss daddy. Here we go. 9 points of damage.
Oh. You do this. You dislocate him and he goes limp for a second, and then one final time, those tattoos bring him back almost like shock paddles into life.
Oh, I love it.
Do you see what I'm doing?
I do, and I love it.
Listeners, every time Arn has something like this happen, he gets another turn within the initiative order.
I love it.
Hell yeah.
Seeing MacGowan there.
Oh yeah.
This is not Andrew, right? Like,
no.
So don't you do whatever you want to do.
She can tell the zone he's in right now, I think.
I think there is a death glare of this is my kaiju battle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like this is like now an honorific fight sort of thing that's happening.
Yeah.
Do with it whatever you want. I just think of the person that's closing back in with weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's eliminating weapons from this fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as
Sorry.
as MacGowan is afraid, he also has a healthy fear of his good friend.
This is one of Arn's turns.
Yeah.
10 to hit.
Does not hit.
Najma. So MacGowan walked across this engraving, this plate on the ground, and it lit up a little bit, and then he walked away and it went down.
Did anything happen with the urn?
Nothing. You were right there in between both.
I think I must step on it.
On it?
I think
You
so.
step onto the carving, and nothing happens.
But why did it light up when you... Oh, shit. Okay.
It is a beautiful stone relief carving of a beautiful tree. And you can see that the inner part of the marble of the tree that they have selected for this engraving is very silvery and almost silvery blue as opposed to the whiter marble of the rest and the darker of the outlines. It was the silver part that lit up when MacGowan crossed it and now is faded.
The urn in front of me.
Yes.
If I open it, is there somebody in there?
You want to climb up and check?
Oh, I have to climb up. I forgot. Yes.
So I'm just going to say that that's like your movement. You're up there and you lift up the lid of the urn. And what fruit is in there? Dried.
There's fruit. Son of a bitch. I think banana chips.
There's dry. How about
Plantains.
like plantain grain or something. Yeah. Like a flour. Banana chips from Trader Joe's. Yeah.
That's what I was wanting.
Yeah, there is a great deal of foodstuffs
In this tomb.
In front of the tree. He's right in front of me, right?
The statue?
MacGowan?
Yeah, he's on the other side of the carving now. He's sort of peeking at the wall into the broken part where there appears to be some sort of plant zombie that is at this point not aggressive.
I don't know if that would heal you or hurt you. I'm not quite sure.
Old snack.
But it did light up when you touched it. Hello.
Ah!
You touched this plate and it lit up because you are sick. So come back because I think it could help you or hurt you.
I will as soon as I can move.
Oh, you are stuck. Okay.
As soon as it's my turn in initiative, yes.
I will wait here. Just wait here.
As this Titan battle in the
I
background.
do want to hold my action in case something happens when he does it and he tries to I don't know.
Yeah. Next,
Cautious about that.
Ready to help action.
Yeah.
and Arn, again, flailing with his multiple turns. That's a 2 plus
hit.
5. Not going to hit. MacGowan.
She said that there's something that can help him, so immediately his focus is going to shift to this can help me. I will go to it.
Also, Cicero is just sort of peeking out and maybe raising hands up to and feeling the broken part of the wall.
Ew. Oh my God, I hate that.
Yeah, it's not aggressive, and there's apparently something over here that can help him. So his focus immediately shifts, and he goes and stands on a thing, like she says.
Watching the true dismantling of the sea captain of the Helheim behind you, you walk over towards the carving on the ground, and it lights up very gently, which is quite significant in this completely dim, dark light. And MacGowan, there is a feeling of connection. Similar to when you're working a piece of metal or using mold earth, the connection to the ground. I think in your youth you might have done some dowsing back in the day.
Yeah.
Walking through the hills and the countryside and feeling through the roots of the earth whether or not there might be some iron nearby in a seam, or perhaps even a seam of gold or diamonds. And though not the same, this is somewhat similar.
Okay.
As you walked down the steps into this location, you had the concept that you were not being affirmed by your connection to the earth. But here, there is a sense of connection outwards.
Okay. So then roll with me here. If he feels that, trying to see what's going on here, I'd like to just lean down to the ground and essentially cast mold earth, but I want to see if I can follow this like vein of, potentially earthen magic to like feel which direction it's going.
There is a feeling of contraction, like a closed hand or fist. And there is the option, if you would wish, to relax it.
Yeah, absolutely.
The statue drops the urn right behind Najma.
Oh, God.
Go to it.
It is an urn full of plantain chips. And as you leave the carving on the ground, the light dims.
Is this it?
It is now Arn's turn somehow again. It's really pathetic.
I
Natural
eat a chip.
20 and a 19 plus 5. It's 4 damage as, again, he's just sort of bucking and biting and fighting, even though two of his 4 limbs have been decommissioned.
-3 from Stone Aegis.
Inside, there is nevertheless that core. Your turn.
Oh, Lordy. It like hurts. You're hurting me to do this. It makes me sad, but I love it.
He gave you an order.
Well done. Yeah, well, I'm not going to follow it fully. I'm just going to cripple him for life. I love the manacles. I don't think they're going to work on him. Then his other leg. I want him to stop being able to move.
Athletics roll.
An 11 plus 8, 19.
Roll that on unarmed damage.
Oh, 4 plus 7, 11.
Doubled.
I think she takes that last punch on the jaw to set up a shot, and she just kicks out the side of his knee.
And he's down. He's on his side. He can't lay on his broken, dislocated shoulder. He can't move his 2 legs, both damaged at the knee. And his remaining limb is just keeping him up, gasping for air. The tattoos brilliantly shine and then burn out. And it's just Arn panting on the ground. My hands, Jøra. It doesn't have any of its own and it took them. I want to see the sun. No. And he lays back on the ground.
As he lays back, almost like when you watch the edges of paper burn on a bare piece of skin on her left shoulder, you see a forked compass burn into her skin, known in Norse mythology as the Vegvisir, the compass of fate, over her left shoulder. And as he lays back, she's just gonna, without noticing that, I think she just says, "You still have one hand, Captain. Use it wisely."